Hi, everyone, and welcome to Play on K, the Korean drama podcast with Emily
and Raquel.
This is the show where we take a K-drama, we watch it 2 episodes at a time, and then we get together here every week to talk about it.
Yes, this week we started a new K-drama. We got some votes on the Patreon. It was once again a tie. That happens a lot.
when we did not verify that we watched the same drama. I just panicked.
Yeah, no, I think it's fine because you told me a couple times that you were watching Happiness, right?
Okay, sure.
We did it. Wait, sorry.
I'm so glad. I did watch Happiness.
Okay,
but
me too.
I'm glad I told you. I have no memory of this.
Yeah. You said at one point, like a week ago, you were like, probably Happiness. And I was like, okay.
Sick.
And then, or I guess not like a week, like over the weekend. And then, today you told me, because we were messaging about work stuff, and you said that you had watched it this morning. And I was like, sick. I haven't even started it yet. So I will be watching that. Not during work, in case I have someone I know listening.
In case anyone's here from work, we work at work.
We work at work. I work super hard. I had incident on call today. I worked on incidents.
You did work very hard today.
Yeah.
And we watched a show, a different time, the same show. By chance, thank God, because our poll got 50-50 split on Patreon. So one of our wonderful Patreon subscribers said, probably you should binge this one. And I think that's a great idea. She sold me. She didn't have to say anything more. We will be binging that one and watching this one week by week.
Yes.
Which, super grateful for. This is everything that I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, in case anyone is unfamiliar, since this is the first episode, this is Happiness on... We're watching it on Viki. I think it's on at least one other... No, it might only be on Viki. I'm thinking of a different one. Anyway, it's the horror one. It's the one that is horror. Happy month of October, everybody.
Yeah, this will be posted late October, so we are coming in clutch with our horror pick. But it's also romantic, so it's good for any time of year.
Yeah, there's a little bit of romance, there's a little bit of horror. I feel I have a couple of predictions that we'll get into in the episode. I'm a little bit dry on like actually hot takes this early on in the show.
Oh yeah.
Also we watched episodes 1 and 2. Man, this is chaos, as our first episodes usually are.
Yeah, they would have guessed that. They would have pieced that together. That's in the title. Welcome to the show. We're not gonna hold your hands, okay?
Yeah.
But we already did.
We assume you've been here.
Now you have all the information in the worst possible delivery possible. Possibly.
Possibly possible.
Guys, should we just jump in?
Yeah. Do we want to just kind of like skip? Do you have a hot take you wanted to stop with?
No, I do have maybe a fun fact, which is only fun and not a fact. It's that when you type Happiness into Viki, you get 2 shows. Yes. So we have to find out before the bonus episode if this is a remake or if it's been remade or what, because there's a Thai drama that looks eerily similar to this and has the same name.
Yeah, I assume they're the same thing. Like, almost certainly. But like you said, we don't know which is the OG who brought it to the table first.
Yeah, we'll figure that out for you. Yep. So fun, but no fact.
I guess
just here.
Fun fact, but only kind of fun, 100% a fact, is that this drama has the main actress is... Sorry, one moment, let me scroll to her. Yeah, Han Hyo-joo, and she was in W, which was the first thing we ever reviewed.
Oh my God.
Our podcast. So
I think you told me last week and I forgot.
Yeah.
I was so distracted by Park Hyung-sik, who is our male lead, and was also the male lead in Strong Girl Do Bong-soon.
Yes, which we've never done for the podcast for reasons. I remember him also from the Korean remake of Suits.
Oh, yeah. That we watched a few episodes on our Patreon.
Yep.
When we did watch parties. Crazy. These throwbacks. These guys.
I think that's it. Should we roll that beautiful transition music?
Yeah, we'll do more faces in the end.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk. Episode 1, we start with a kid on a roof. He's got everyone in a tizzy. The police are arriving. They're here to catch this boy, so he does not die. And we get a policeman who's very worried about him, seemingly on a personal level. Very cute. Cute start.
Mm-hmm. It is a cute start because we also get our kind of, not even kind of, our extremely laid back female lead who is being held in the classroom while the young man on the roof contemplates what he's going to do next. And she's not stoked. She doesn't love it.
Yeah. I really felt for the teacher in that moment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice because nobody else was pushing back. He was just struggling with one student, but it was tough. He was very tactful in being like, hey, we really don't want to make this situation worse. There's a kid on a roof. This is worst case scenario for all the teachers and people charged with this student's care.
Yeah.
We're worried about him on a personal level. We're worried about him on a legal level. So let's not make it worse. Please just stay in your seat. And homegirl's like, that sounds really boring for me.
Yeah. I think I can figure this out better than the rest of you. Me, a teenage girl.
Okay. I think I'll push him.
Yeah, Jesus. She is an interestingly and very likable character, but there are parts about her that I think are supposed to be more likable than for me they are, and one of those things is pushing him off of a roof.
Really? I loved it.
Yeah, it's cute for like cinematography, like not cinematography. I mean, there was that too, him slow falling onto the big blow up thing, but also storytelling, I guess. Like a look at her, look at this little rebel. She sort of tried to murder him a little bit, but not. She knew he would be fine. That's not what she was going for.
Yeah, but I like that she got cuffed for it. There wasn't. It wasn't no repercussions. Like, we can all brush it off as she's just this rebel. The cop was like, that's still attempted murder.
That wasn't good.
Let's not. Don't do that.
No rewards for this one.
No. But that's pretty short. We get a cut to 12 years later where she's on the SOU team. Essentially, FBI?
Yeah, anti-terrorist organization, so FBI, CIA. Which one is the equivalent? I don't know.
I was hoping you would not ask.
Yeah, sorry.
Who does counterterrorism for us? Probably no one at this point.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone's... Because counterterrorism at this point for us would be like... sorry, what's the word I'm looking for? It left my brain.
Government interference, likely. That's where I was going. Yeah, it's government interfering with our lives. And we got to cut that out.
And I was going to say domestic. It's domestic. It's not. And like, no one likes to admit that there is a trend. It's just not ideal for the people in power.
So we've got our SOU agent. We'll just refer to her as SOU so that we don't go on these little tirades ever again.
Yeah.
She is killing it. She brings her buddy into the med unit. He's been shot. They meet the medic. He's a little bit slow on the draw. And her quote-unquote partner dies. I should have said quote-unquote dies, but because I think it's her real partner. He doesn't actually die. He's got this cute little suit on that was invented after she stabbed a real man.
Yeah.
And that's how that goes. That's our introduction to her in the future. She's pretty similar, pretty level-headed, kind of mildly disappointed in everybody around her. She's great. We love her.
Yeah, she takes charge of situations. I do adult her. I enjoy a lot. I think that she is so far exceeds expectations of a female lead we can really root for.
If we're giving notes on the full 2 episodes, I only have one note on her. That's a thing I dislike that is fully not her fault. It's just, I am like deeply attracted to her. And that's my problem. But I think something that's frustrating me is that they're doing the most with her makeup. And I'm like, it's attractive. Like, you guys are killing it with her makeup. She looks ready for a red carpet. But does she need to when she just woke up in the hospital?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's not her on her. That's not on the character. I had a similar thought, because yes, also very deeply attracted to her. She's gorgeous. She's perfect. She's everything. I'm enchanted by all of her facial expressions and everything she does. But I had a very similar thought when she was talking to Jung Yi-hyun, who is Park Hyung-sik's character. And
the basic ass cop is what we'll call him for now.
The basic ass cop. And she was laying in bed, like it was in their apartment. Sorry, I'm skipping so far ahead in the notes, but she falls asleep halfway through talking to him. And when I fell asleep on my back, I don't have a lot of definitive proof of this, but I have seen a few pictures of myself while asleep that like people have like taken and been like, look at how funny it is that you and like Maurice fell asleep like together or whatever, right?
Cute.
Like
you
how
and your
cute.
puppy.
Yeah. But every time I see a picture of myself asleep, it is mildly disappointing that I have like the doublest, triplest chin because like my whole face fucking like relaxes, right? Yeah. Especially if I'm laying on my back and like my face like relaxes backward and it's just like I become the character from Howl's Moving Castle, the like the old witch of the waste. I become her when I'm asleep. And so when she halfway through their conversation falls asleep, and yeah, she's the most stunning. She's not snoring. She's not gross in her sleep. That is where I was like, that's a little unfair. We could make her weird. You could pretend to sleep uglier. It would be okay.
Give her one quirk. Not just nightmares, a real quirk. Yeah. Okay? They give us nothing.
Nothing.
She's too perfect, and it's kind of breaking the fourth wall for me. I'm sometimes pulled fully out of the moment with how attracted I am. It's, guys, tone it down. Okay, but that's me. I fully thought her partner was gonna be our male lead because I forgot who played the male lead, so it was just her and a guy, and I was like, oh, that guy's cute. And now they're cops together. So how fun that they started dating, I suppose, because we leave off on him being like, will you date me? And we don't see the end of that scene until much later. So I'm like, they're dating, they became cops, they're killing it. No. They did both go into law, but she went SOU. She's got a partner. He's got his own little arc. But our main guy, Jung Ji-hyun, he became a detective, and he's doing his own thing at the zombie motel. He fully finds a criminal and is just like, sir, please come out from the bed.
The nuance of that moment scared the shit out of me, because as soon as he said that, I got goosebumps, where I was like, can you imagine in a gruesome murder scene looking under the bed and just having like a dude looking out like at you from underneath the bed? I would black out. I would fainting goat black out.
Because I was holding my breath ever since he started to go through the motel room. He like kicks open the bathroom door. They're like, he never left. There's no record of him. And he's like, well, we should check the premises then. And he starts opening doors. And I'm like, he's going to find him. And I don't want it. And he does. And he's so fucking calm, Raquel. Yeah. He's like, there he is. I did my task. I'm like, oh, my stomach is outside my body.
Yeah, I have had to swallow my heart in my throat 6 times since you started doing this.
Tone it down, sir. Please stop. It's ugh. Okay, so we've got him doing his thing, zombie motel. He's like, what is going on? Did you bite this dude? And it's horrifying, it's scary, but we know what we're starting to get into.
Yeah, we're walking down the path of the where we are world building. This is my favorite part of every zombie piece of media, like surrounding zombies, is that zombies are like a common theme, right? We see them a lot. I love the world building around zombies that differs in each iteration, each piece of media. I just think it's so interesting because I always want to know, like, how did it start? Where are we at? It's the nice calm before the storm, before we start seeing characters that they've made us care about begin to die. So,
yeah, I was really surprised at this build-up because I had read the synopsis. Whoops, that's my bad. And it was like, they move into a new apartment and it's their dream, and then they get kind of trapped there, and it seemed reminiscent of, I know they've made a show of it, but I'm only really familiar with the webcomic. I think it's called Welcome Home.
That sounds like a drama I've heard of before. Something I think our friends that we play D&D with have watched it.
I'm going to say there's 2 seasons. But it's very like, there's an apartment complex that gets taken over, but it's also the last place that's safe. It's very spooky. So I thought this would be that. And I was like, they're just walking around. The world is normal. What are we doing?
Sorry, I think I might have just thought of it. Was it Alive that is the apartment? Or am I thinking of a different one? We don't have to go into it.
That's definitely a different one. But
because Welcome Home is a thing, but so
is it? That's a name of a thing?
Yeah, I think it's like the one I'm thinking of is #Alive.
#Alive. Sweet Home. That's what I was thinking of.
Sweet Home. Okay. And Alive might be a movie. I think in my mind, though, you had seen Alive. So
I've seen Exit.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, and another one. Oh, no. I got this.
I think I remember. Okay, you look up yours, I'll look up mine.
Oh, it is #Alive. Okay, you're so right.
Yes.
And I did see that. Why do they gotta name things with one word? It's not gonna stick in my brain.
Mm-mm.
That was a good movie. That's the one with the cell phones. Damn, I've seen a lot of zombie content, I guess.
So much. There is a lot. We watched Kingdom a few years ago for the podcast. That's still one of the greatest of all time.
But, okay, we're circling back. We're remembering my train of thought. We're getting here. Oh, yes, zombie lore, which in this show is like, is it drugs? Is it an infectious disease? Is it both?
Seemingly, yeah. It's like you can get it from the drug, but you can spread it through infection.
I like that.
That is interesting. Again, I love the world building. I love when they're like, that we're still coming up with different ideas of how this can happen. I loved
a coronavirus drug too. Deep cut, because I was there.
Yeah, I was there for that. It was already bad. And then if we had also had zombies, it maybe would have been the end.
Yeah. But maybe also not, because we were quarantining. So
yeah.
maybe you just don't go out.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving forward, because we have so much world building to get through. Let's see. Then we see our main girl, Yoon Se-bom. She's at the training academy, and she gets word from her old friend, Jung Yi-hyun, that her coworker was involved in selling drugs. And she's like, I gotta go check this out. That cute little dude who just totally failed his paramedics section is also selling drugs? That doesn't seem like him. So she goes upstairs. Her partner follows. They look in the window. They're like, are you kidding me? Don't be doing that.
Yeah,
they go in the room.
Someone's boning, which was very funny because it did kind of look like that, and I was like shocked that that was a thing that anyone said and that it was like even a thought in anyone else's head. I was like, am I bad? And they were like, no, we're all dirty. We think they're having sex.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And these guys are like, don't be doing that. On work premises during work hours? Are you joking?
You guys.
So they go in. They're like, stop. And then the homeboy goes full zombie. You love the zombie origin. I love the zombie dynamics, the physicality, the kinesthesiology. I might have just made up that word, but it sounded cool. Of how a zombie moves.
Yeah.
And I'm not big on I don't have a hard take on the should they run, should they not run, like debate. I think there's room for both. There's room for all kinds of zombies in this world.
Yeah.
And I like that this one flipped his head around like a full horror movie character and started running backwards. Like, that's good. Good for you.
Yeah, I think that something interesting about how these specific zombies work is they are not dead. They're not like undead zombies. They are alive and they will come back to themselves for brief periods of time. That's an interesting take that we're doing with it.
It's very interesting. It does make the morality harder.
Way harder.
Where we see Homeboy, the like head of CDCH, fully shoot into a trunk. And you're like, your whole job and mission is to bring these people back. And he's like, well, there's no cure yet, so.
Yeah, and this one, I didn't want to deal with. This one was a drug dealer, I think. Sorry.
Sorry, what? So you specifically get to choose who lives and who dies?
That's wild, guy.
That's wild. So we don't even know if he just fully murked the other 3 drug dealers. Because there's still people, and he's probably not allowed to, but who knows with his rules. Because you don't know. They created so much to think about. Okay, but we get Se-bom. She got scratched on the hand, which felt like maybe not that big a deal, but she's probably fine.
Yeah, I can appreciate that they tried to build some stress around it. It is hard to feel stressed for her because she has main character plot armor at least for a little while. I'd say at least they gave me a little bit of doubt with the fact that they come back to themselves, where I was like, it would be interesting if first episode she got infected. And like maybe that's a thing where her infection will be slower or something.
That's true. She could be infected.
Yeah, we don't know for sure, but this particular virus allows them to come back to themselves. So like maybe there will be some fluctuation there. We don't know if like we're going to find a cure by the end of this show. I almost feel like the fact that they are not dead people who are just dead and now we fight for our lives and kill them no matter what lends itself to the idea that our main characters don't have the plot armor of not getting infected, because it also like they can come back to themselves. They maybe this show will end with a cure, or maybe one of them dies. who knows? Like it does introduce an interesting element where it's, yes, there's the morality there, but also it kind of removes the idea of plot armor for some characters because they might use that element to infect one of the main characters, but still keep them in the show.
That's so fair. I hate it because I was really excited to have romance in a horror drama. My favorite combo. It's pretty rare. And yet we had it here in my mind. I don't know if it's genuine because there was a lot of her being like, we're not just getting married for convenience. We're not just getting married so I can have the apartment of my dreams. I actually love you.
I love you so much. How handsome are you, man?
Guy?
Buddy. Okay.
But she'll get there. She'll get there. They clearly respect each other. And that's a good start to any marriage.
Which is where we're headed. Well,
Which is genuinely where we're headed. But maybe love would be also nice.
Yeah. I would love to see it. It does. He obviously is there, so.
Yeah, he's just there. He's vibing. I like how they've brought him into the plot. I don't feel like it makes sense to me, except that he just keeps being in this right place at the right time, where he discovered the first victim. And so our boy, Han Tae-seok, head of the CDCH, was like, so you're involved in that, you know about this. And then he brings in the drug and he gets more involved. But then I do feel like Han Tae-seok was right when he was like, I'm the one that got you married, bro. I did that for you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
And why? Why did you do that for me?
Now you're partners.
Now you're partners
in
with a detective.
Yeah, you're a partner in Han Tae-seok's crimes, because he's a pharmaceutical rep. Like that was a very interesting thing to me. It's like this dude is not a career cop or like a career special ops dude.
He kind of was career special ops.
He was career steal the patent from other medical, like, pharmaceutical companies.
But I think it was like he started in the army, as every male has to do in Korea. And then they were like, you have a talent, so we're going to send you to medical school. And so he got involved in that, but like through the army. So for, I don't know, pills with guns. And then they're like, you're actually really good at being a spy. So we'll make you a little spy guy. And that felt more like his role than just regular pharmaceutical rep, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, he is an interesting character. I like him a lot so far, but I can see him having something of a villain arc here.
Right.
Where I don't know if he's going to be the morally gray character that holds the line for the greater good of people, but does some really shady shit to do that, or if he is going to be a problem that kind of he becomes almost like an antagonist toward at least the characters we care about, right? Like I could see it going either way. I could even see both, because I don't know, he seems like a very complex character where it's like, for us, he is the bad guy, but he is technically still doing the right thing.
Right. Or the opposite. It feels like right now he's supposed to be the good guy, but again, he's doing very things.
Yes. Yeah, so it could go in really any direction. I could see his character headed. And he makes me nervous, but I like him.
Right?
So far.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
We find out that Jung Yi-hyun has friends. He's a good boy. And his cop is a friend. which is very cute. His partner is like the cop that stopped him from jumping, I think.
Yeah.
And that's cute that they're still partners. But he also has other friends. He has baseball friends. He plays baseball sometimes for funsies, which Han Tae-seok knew about for some reason. Maybe we'll come back to that later because that was just dropped in. And he goes to his baseball friend and is like, find this drug, you drug addict. His poor friend is like, no, I did not do drugs on purpose. And he's like, So
sure. You have a skill that I need, so you don't have to lie to me.
You can cut the bullshit. I see you. And I still love you. Which is a powerful thing to say, man to man.
Yeah.
Love that
Very
moment.
bromantic.
Very bromantic. I may have made up most of the scene in my mind, but I think they have a bromance. Let's see. We get... Okay, there's a lot of Yoon Se-bum in this facility. This old school turned prison hospital?
Yeah, like a military base of operations for looking into this specific zombie condition.
Yeah. There's a lot of people there. That is maybe my favorite shot of these 2 episodes, is her going to her window. She has found blood on the wall, and she's kind of like, this place isn't a regular hospital.
Yeah.
So she goes and stands by the window, and it zooms out, and you can see and hear every other room with zombies.
Yeah, she's the only one who is not clearly infected. And then we find out she's the only one who's ever walked away from there alive.
Yeah. Her partner says that like 15 times.
You're the only one.
You're the only one. Suddenly I know about the secret military facility. It's on Google. And you're the only one that gets out.
While she's there, she meets a character who is so far very interesting. I guess this is another thing that she does that I'm a little bit disapproving of. I guess it was funny. It's just a problem when you're not taking something seriously around people who are like fucking scared. But Lee Ji-soo, who is the hot lieutenant, who is kind of her exclusive point of contact for a little while she's getting tests done and everything. And she keeps pretending to go in to bite her.
And it's so mean.
It is funny, but it's so mean. It's so mean because like clearly she's like taking that very seriously and she's scared.
Yeah.
And So-bum just keeps doing it.
Multiple times. And she laughs at her every time. Yeah. She's like, you fell for it. I'm like, it's her job.
Yeah, she has seen some shit by this point. She has a reason to be pretty concerned.
Stop teasing her. At least about that thing. I don't know. Find something else.
Yeah. Also, it does feel like seemingly Hot Lieutenant doesn't have a gun, but it does feel like one of those things where you are rolling the dice with your life, because if she shoots you in self-protection, that's kind of her prerogative.
Yeah. You've got no witnesses.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing about this whole facility, there's a point where Jung Yi-hyun is coming in. Yoon Se-bum is getting discharged. And Yoon Se-bum and Jung Yi-hyun are both just walking around.
No escorts.
No escorts anywhere. Why do we need them? Everyone seems really busy. They're just marching around.
Yeah, we're not worried about it. Someone will always probably have their eyes on these people and will know why they're here and what they're supposed to be doing.
Why tell them where Tae-seok's office is? Why? Mm-hmm. They don't need to know. They probably already know, actually. It's not a big place, so they'll find it.
Yeah.
fucking bizarre to me that
So
they can
weird.
just wander around this place.
Yeah. Which, like, speaking of, don't let me forget to talk about how wild it is to just chain someone to a foldable chair like that's anything. Like, that is literally anything.
Yeah.
You are not good at your job.
No, like maybe if you'd chained me to a foldable chair, I would not be able to figure out how to get out.
But like a special ops person, you chained him to a foldable chair. And you were like, be cool. I've got to go run some more tests.
It's like the least he could have done was like getting out of the, like picking the lock. Seems like he probably could have broken the chair in half. Yeah. Not hard for him.
No.
He's got so many options to get out of this situation.
Yeah.
And he did. Good for him. Good for him. We'll circle. Ooh, I gotta speed along because we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. We get a proposal. End of episode 1. Things are going well. We get a proposal. Cute.
And then they're married. And we can kind of just fast forward a little bit so that we have enough time. I do feel like concerned about how much I keep dwelling on stuff. And now I'm worried we might not make it through before your kids come home.
Oh, fair. They're always crashing the party.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, yeah, this episode is more focused on Sebum and moving into the apartment, meeting a cute little kid.
Oh my god, meeting the neighbors and that little girl. This is the first time that I have consistently been like, I should just look up spoilers. I should just look up spoilers and make sure that she's gonna be okay. Like, that's all I need to know. I wouldn't try to look at other spoilers, but I'm sure they'd be there. I just need to know that this cute little girl is going to be fine.
Yeah, that feels important. If you look it up, text me.
Okay.
Because I also would like to know, because they're neighbors, they're upstairs neighbors who are banging around at night for some reason. We don't know why, because we see what he's doing. Like, he's cheating on his wife. And then his wife takes next the drug, the zombie drug. And then there's a lady under the bed. But then all night, they're banging around. And for what?
For what? Who is doing that? Because if you're saying it's because he's having an affair or whatever, if you're saying they're literally banging around, then, or I guess figuratively would be that. I don't know. Sexually banging around.
Yeah.
If that's what is happening and that's what he has to excuse as moving the furniture around, first of all, wowzers. Okay. Second of all, isn't his wife home in the middle of the night?
Yeah. So is he banging his wife? Didn't seem like they would.
Yeah.
I don't know. We don't have to dwell on it. They better come back to that. Because they've got those guys, they've got the little girl, they've got the dude in the elevator who's kind of weird, hard to get a read on.
Yeah.
They've got the lawyer couple.
Yeah. And then,
the gym guy.
Yes, the gym guy. Apparently the gym is not for the plebs, it's only for the people on floor 6 or above. Okay.
Okay. Whatever. Yeah. But that's all fine. We're just meeting characters, we're getting the rotating cast. We're seeing how things go. Because the main storyline, in my humble opinion, is the partner, who I didn't write down his name. Whoops. But he's already dead, so it doesn't even matter.
It went really fast. I think that it's interesting, like, how he so quickly ended up where he was in a, like, I get it from a storytelling sense. It is wild to me that he was just like that desperate for money that he was like, I've already decided I'm dying and I don't want it to be for nothing. So I'm dying and I'm going to make the worst decisions and die the worst possible death.
Yeah. I think what lost me was that if I remember correctly, and I would love if I was wrong, and you can correct me, it's, if memory serves, he's in the truck, and he's like, I'll send the video if you send the money first. And you find out that the video he's taking is worth $100.
100,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
thank you, because I went full like, I don't support anything you're doing. You're selling your life for $100.
Yeah, no, that would be wild. 100,000 USD is pretty good though. Like,
it's better.
I wouldn't. The thing is, it's not. We've talked about like what I consider life changing, and to me, the only thing that is life changing, like it really does depend on the person. And for me, my personal opinion of like what is or is not life changing is if I could immediately eliminate like my debt with it, right? Like if I could immediately pay off my mortgage, then that is life changing, because that is like 30 years of like me paying off, but like in a single lump sum of cash. And for me to automatically just be done with my mortgage, it's double that, more than double that. Like, so I like, to me, 100,000 US dollars isn't enough for me to say, so I guess I'll go kill myself in a terrible way.
Yeah. And there's a lot baked into it where I do think there's a lot to be said about his heroism on behalf of the general public. Like, we love a character who's like, people have the right to know if zombie apocalypse is coming. That people should know that. I don't want to cause a panic, but also you can't just hide it when you've got trucks upon trucks and 3 buildings full of people. And the people here are still people. So it's like, on behalf of the nation and on behalf of all the people in this truck, I need word to get out there.
Yeah, that is tricky because I don't like I don't like military forces being in charge of sensitive information, in the sense that like it just makes me nervous, because that's a lot of like power to kill people, right? And like the only people that have it are the people who are with all the guns and stuff. And that's just like nerve-wracking and gross, and I don't like it. It is also one of those things where it's like, man, in our country right now, we're hearing like people just get on social media and talk about like shit they know nothing about, right? And say that like Tylenol causes autism, and just like the most wild shit that you've ever heard. And even if it did, like, it doesn't matter. I don't know. Anyway, like, you're like, people are like you and I are just grabbing their microphones and saying shit, and it doesn't take much to just like incite people to become their worst selves. So it's like, yes, I want people to know, and I don't think that we can gatekeep that information, but also like, people really become their worst selves in situations like this, where, like you said, mass panic. So I'm still torn, where I'm like, I kind of think it was just selfish, because he wasn't doing it for that. Like, he was doing it to get paid mostly. And then when he realized he was like locked in there and he wasn't going to make it out, he was like, you have to pay my wife. Like, do it now and I will send you the video.
Yeah. I mean, I think either way, he definitely did the whole thing for his wife, because he was pretty convinced from day one that he was going down. He's like, I don't know what's happening, but I have a scratch. He overheard the conversation on the phone that Hante-suk said, as long as you didn't get scratched or bitten, you're fine. So he knew he was not going to make it for a long time. So I do think he did most of this to leave the money to his family.
Which...
And that, in a way, is selfless.
Yeah, there is something to that. It's just, I don't know. It's a tough sell.
Yeah, it's definitely me projecting to be like, but he went to the reporter with good intentions. Like, he definitely went to the reporter because it was the easiest thing to do as his last day trying to earn $100,000 in a day.
Yeah.
But it kind of was for the good of the people. I mean, like you said, easy to incite violence, but also hard not to be like, it's starting to get out of hand. You're pretty close to not being able to contain this anymore. So when do the public have a right to know?
Yes, yeah. At what point are we like, everyone prepare yourselves for...
Yeah.
And it is also definitely, like, they pulled the drug, but because they haven't released the knowledge of, like, they're like, we pulled the drug, but not, like, this lady, this really angry looking doctor lady, Park Min-ji, upstairs, clearly doesn't know that it is going to cause her to become, it's like a rabies type beat.
So people are taking it, and not just the drug addicts on the streets who are trying to get high.
That is probably where the line is of like how unethical it is. That people seem to know, like there's word on the streets because they said something about dog owners being really scared and losing their minds. But so it would be nice if they would release the information, hey, you know that really scary thing? It is seemingly tied to this. So stop taking it with that informed knowledge.
Fair. Just a little hint more information.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, the ending was so good. Oh, the call is coming from inside the truck.
I will say it didn't pass. Is it insensitive to say the refrigerator test?
Oh, come on, Raquel.
I'm sorry.
Why?
It didn't pass it in the sense that every other person who has not been in the presence of someone to pull the infected person off of them has died from being murdered, like fully murdered. But he, in a truck full of people who would seemingly want to bite his jugular, just got infected. And I know why they did it, because it was like spooky and crazy to watch him lunge at the camera at the end. But there was a part of me that was like, why isn't he the most fucking dead right now? Like, why is he not gone? Yeah.
Fair. It's hard when you get to see some of his last moments when he's walking around the truck and the zombies are waking up, because I do think they could have sold me on he turns. Like, even if in that phone call, that really eerie phone call that he makes, and he's like, these are still people, or these are not people, where if he had then like done the creepy zombie growl at the end and like dropped the phone instead of hanging up, so you know that he turned before they bit him, and that's why they didn't bite him.
Yeah, like he was infected by the scratch or whatever. Like if they had sold me on that, then I would be like, yes, obviously. But it's crazy to think that he wasn't torn apart. I'm also curious to what it's like for any of the people who come back to themselves in a room with this. Maybe they'll world build that, but part of me is like, do the zombies know? Can they be around each other? Or is it like, obviously they can if they're all in the same truck in the world that they've built, but part of me has question marks about that. I love, like I said, I love the world building around zombie viruses. I live for it. That's why I'm being annoying about this. Like, why my head is thinking about it all the time, because it's my favorite part. And so I overanalyze it, and I just want consistent world building.
Fair. It's like a time travel drama. You can't help but pick it apart.
Yeah.
That is all of my notes.
Do we have a moment for prediction corner? Do we?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, the kids are out there. They're chomping at the bit. But we've got a minute. We've got 5 minutes.
I'll do quick prediction corner. I do believe in my heart that Jung Yi-hyun is going to, at some point, like, sacrifice himself, get infected for Yoon Se-bom, because he's going to want to be her savior now.
Oh.
I just think that that's going to happen, especially because he's obviously the one with feelings.
Yeah.
She's saying she has feelings so that she can have an apartment.
And the feelings will come.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll come. In fact, I think it is around the time that those feelings come that he will get infected. Again, though, I don't know what that looks like in this specific world where he could, stick around. He could come back to himself periodically. And I could be told, this is just a prediction. This is all speculation. I know not what will happen. But I think in the specific zombie virus that they have created, they will probably play around with that, and I think it's going to be Jung Yi-hyun.
Oh, that makes me sad to think about.
I hope that if they go that route, they find a cure. I really don't want him to die. That would be...
Yeah, and they've hinted at Se-bom being a cure. Hopefully that's why they're taking so much of her blood.
They're like, she's doing great. She got scratched and she's doing great. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens if we put her blood in other people. Bing, bam, boom. We found a cure.
It's her. She's the cure.
It's her. We got it. So by the time he gets infected, she'll be fine. And he'll be fine. And she'll have plenty of blood to give. Okay, if you guys have any predictions at this point, email us at playonkpodcast@gmail.com.
Yes, we also have our website where you can find links to our affiliates, episodes, all that type of stuff, and it's all at playonk.com.
Yeah, the best place to find us is on Patreon. We are on Patreon at PlayOnK, and that's where we post video episodes and full-length episodes, and we post polls for what we should watch next whenever that comes up. So get on our Patreon.
Yes, we have been a bit more active on social media lately, so you can find us at PlayOnK Podcast on Instagram. We're also on YouTube, where we're posting just like the same shorts that you would see as reels, but over on the YouTube at PlayOnK. And we have a TikTok. Is that at PlayOnK now?
I think it's at PlayOnK Podcast.
Okay. We have really inconsistent branding. That's honestly my bad. I feel like I didn't know what I was doing. I
think I've set up all our socials.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's fully on Emily.
That's Emily's fault, actually.
I tried to take the bullet, but
I absolved myself of any blame. I've never done anything wrong in my life. But yeah, that's where we're at with all of that type of stuff.
Thank you so much for listening to the full episode. That helps the algorithm like us. But if you want to hit that subscribe, leave us a rating or a review, that would help even more, and it would mean so much to us. It always makes us happy.
Yeah, and that I thank you to Matt for being our producer and editing, and to Joris for our lovely theme song. And join us next week for the next 2 episodes of happiness.
Yeah, okay, bye.
Okay, bye.